on the ground attack rather than water control, and if you ask me, that is a good way to go. He really has cooped up Viper in his base. Of course, pardon me, if Viper wanted to, he could produce a few transport ships over here, land a few guys around the back of Daut's base, and Daut would be in a spot of trouble. Mayans cannot produce cavalry units, so that does mean that they are limited with harassment from knights and such. Of course, a knight drop in the back of Daut's base would do a hell of a lot of damage, more damage so than the crossbowmen, as knights are very effective against arrow fire. And a very, very bad play there from Daut, losing all of those crossbowmen to that Mangonel. I missed that, well, missed the start of that, but as you can see, Mangonel was very, very effective against crossbowmen indeed. Managed to take out all of Daut's crossbowmen there, and Daut now left with about 5 crossbowmen on the map. He is producing a castle up here though, and he's got more battering rams on the way. What else is he doing? Not a great deal. He's not really doing so much with the archery ranges, trying to no doubt get some plumed archers out as they are more effective. Viper though with a castle of his own, going to take that watchtower out with ease, no doubt. And back on the water we've got Viper dominating once again, and Viper taking a score lead again as well, and that's probably due to repeatedly taking out Daut's boats. He has got a lot of water control, but I don't understand why Viper is staying cooped up in his base. It doesn't look like he has much of an army to speak of. He's not really doing... he's not making the most of his water control. He's got a lot of... he's got a base over this area, so he could really produce a dock here and send a transport ship round, drop some guys over here, and really do quite a bit of damage to Daut's economy. He's not choosing to do so though, and whether he's just building an army back at his base, waiting for Daut to attack, I'm not too sure. But Daut is doing a good job of putting on the pressure. He's got majority of map control, and he's doing a very good play indeed. Securing this gold source here, and using his villagers once again, keeping them busy. As I said, not to keep his villagers idle. He's got a mining camp here, mining gold from Viper's base or Viper's section of the map, and why the hell not? He can. He's got the security, and he's producing plumed archers as well. So it looks like Viper is pretty on the kind of on the back foot. I can't say for sure. Their scores are still very close considering the harassment that Daut has been doing. Of course, Daut on the way to the Imperial Age now, and whether that's going to give him a massive advantage for the time being, we'll see, because of course Viper can advance to the Imperial Age at any time as well. We don't know when he's going to be going up to the Imperial Age. He could reach the Imperial Age first. As you can see, Viper got a castle there. It wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more as well. But I'm just surprised at the lack of army that Viper has. However, his score is ahead, so it would suggest that he's got either a stronger economy, or he has got a lot of units that he's keeping away from Daut. Daut obviously very aggressive early on, trying to break through and get into Viper's base, but when he did get into Viper's base, you didn't see much that would suggest that Viper's got much going on. He did see the siege workshop down here, but other than that, Viper doesn't really have too much in the way of units that we know of. So we've got 4 battering rams there and a few plumed archers as well. Another castle going up for Daut. It looks like he's just really trying to keep the Viper in his base, and of course that is a good thing to do, because as you can see, Daut hasn't got any walling off. So the more coverage of Viper's base that he can get, the better. Still prone to water attacks though, and drops from the sea, and it really has surprised me that Viper hasn't gone for that. He's really playing defensive, and it is surprising. So it looks like Daut has been forced back on the water once again, still producing fire ships though, and he's definitely outnumbered there. The Viper quite heavily on the water actually, and I'm still not sure why he's doing that. Whether he's afraid that Daut is going to drop in the back of his base, I'm not sure, but he knows that he's got a strong, or not really a strong force, but quite a strong base at the front of his, keeping him in. And Daut now moving into position by the looks of it with his plumed... Oh, bit of a freeze there. I don't know what caused that, but probably because I've not turned the computer off in about 3 days. It's just been on standby. Probably not the best of situations, but hey. Okay, so Daut now going into the Imperial Age. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes for some more upgrades, getting the archer armor, of course, with a very heavily archer-based army. That is a good move to make. Is he going to go for some more upgrades? It wouldn't surprise me if he does. And now moving in with some plumed archers, going to be able to pick off some villagers here. Still no resistance from Viper though. The only resistance from Viper that I've seen all game is from the water, and now Daut has completely transitioned from water to land, and Viper left with quite a large force on the water actually, trying to do some economic damage here, but not really being able to get a range. So plumed archers coming in now, and plumed archers with a not an amazing pierce armor, 3 pierce armor, so being able to be picked off quite easily from town centres and castles, need to stay away. Of course though, Daut being into the Imperial Age first, allowing him to get some trebuchets out, and that's going to give him an advantage as far as siege is concerned. He'll be able to take out the castles of Viper, and it looks like he's doing just that, moving this trebuchet into range to take out this castle where he can. Down here though, oh no, Viper taking out a farm, heaven forbid. Yeah, not really very impressed by that. Managing to take out the dock, but I don't see why he's not using this to his advantage. Really, Viper could do so much damage to Daut if he were to drop some units into this section here or around the back of his base, but he's not doing so. He's staying cooped up in his base and consequently being picked away at. Looks like Daut is leaving his units there for some reason, being picked off slowly by this castle. 2 trebuchets now firing upon that, and another one moving in as well. So it doesn't look like Viper's going to be able to get the repairs done for this, and this castle certainly looks like it's going to go down if Viper doesn't respond with some kind of force. Show us you have an army, please. Ah, there we go. Mangonels and plumed archers for the Viper. Although he's not got too many on the ground, it does look like he outnumbers Daut. That relic there with the relic, that monk there with the relic. Looks like Viper is going for relics as well. Not sure why. He has got quite a lot of resources on his side of the map. Although saying that, he has been prevented from mining from both of these gold sources the whole game, and that's quite good play from Daut. Viper now going up to the Imperial Age and taking a slight score lead for a second before he lost that castle. And really, it's surprising that Viper has managed to keep a good score lead, as such he has, because Daut has been putting on a lot of pressure, and Viper has lost a lot of buildings already, and a lot of units as well, for that matter. Viper now with full control on the water, but I don't think Daut is too bothered about that really. Most of his economy is away from the water, so much so that he can afford to lose a couple of fields and really start piling the pressure on to Viper. Viper now, we can see, he has got quite a few plumed archers, which would suggest that he's got more than just one castle back there. And we've got Daut now moving in with his plumed archers into range of another castle from Viper, but that's 4 capped rams there, and that's going to enable him to take out the castle if Viper doesn't deal with it fast enough. Of course, now losing this town centre to these trebuchets, and more plumed archers being produced for Daut. Upgrading to elite plumed archer. Viper, of course, still on just plumed archer, but he is outnumbering Daut very well actually. He's outnumbering him very heavily, and it looks like Daut is going to lose most of his plumed archers there. Although he has got these 4 capped rams moving in, and Viper's going to have to deal with them fairly quickly, otherwise he's going to lose this castle. These trebuchets moving into range as well. Viper though with finally some kind of army to speak of, and as you can see there, Viper moving his villagers to try and deal with these capped rams. Could possibly lose this castle though. Daut has researched the chemistry upgrade, which is giving him an extra little punch for his trebuchets. This castle are now going down and forcing his villagers off of gathering to take out these capped rams. Capped rams being used to take out trebuchets as well. Quite effective way of doing so. And now Viper has got a nice little advantage with unit count as far as ground units are concerned, but it's over 9,000, or sorry, Daut has got his trebuchets into his base, and he's just really just doing a lot of damage where he can. He's managed to take out one castle. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes for the other momentarily. And Viper really now, with not really much to speak of, he's still got such good control of the water, and as I've said like about 5 times, I don't understand why he's not going for the drop in the back of Daut's base. He could do a lot of damage there, but instead he's got the water control, but he's not doing anything with it, whilst Daut is pushing forward and basically doing a lot of damage to Viper's base. Another castle trying to go up there for Viper as well. But these trebuchets just doing a bit of damage down here, trying to take out the houses, but not really doing amazingly. There's not really much that they can really focus on. Packing them up to try and move them into a better position. Good choice to do. Plumed archers now for Viper, whereas Daut is on the elite plumed archers. As you can see, they have a range upgrade and an armor upgrade, which is going to be very handy indeed. He'll be able to micro them away from Viper. And obviously having a range upgrade is always a nice little advantage to have. Trebuchet already deployed here. Looks like he could take out this trebuchet of Daut's, but he's going to lose his in the process. There we go, that's one down for him. And another castle going up for Viper. So Viper quite heavily into castles, but he's not really doing much with that. He's losing his plumed archers now because, of course, Daut has the advantage technologically. Still doesn't want to get in range of these castles though, as he's going to lose them quite quickly if he does. Villagers, of course, forced to move off of production, and Daut doing a very good job of piling on the pressure here, and it wouldn't surprise me if he takes this game now, unless Viper can pull out something special. He's obviously got quite a large large economic base over here, and I don't see why he's not kind of pouring men out. It'll be interesting to see if he does so, but he's losing castles at quite an alarming rate. The trebuchet is just continuing to fire upon him, and moving in once again, just taking out villagers as he pleases, doing as much damage as he possibly can. And Viper still on plumed archer by the looks of it. He's not graded to elite plumed archer, which would suggest that his resources are fairly low. Either that, or he's not getting enough castles to produce enough units. And yeah, we haven't really seen much from Viper. Daut is such a good player. He's managed to pile on the pressure very early game, and he's now coming in with skirmishers. Makes sense. He's seen that Viper is going purely into plumed archer. He's not graded to elite plumed archer, which means that the elite skirmishers are going to have a nice little advantage over them. And yeah, he's going forward siege workshop there. Oh, and another castle produced down here, which is allowing Daut to get out even more plumed archers, of course. Skirmishers queued up there, and yeah, it looks like he's in a very, very strong position right now. He's just continuing to pile in the pressure, and as we can see, Viper has got quite a few castles, but he's not producing enough units to keep up with Daut. Daut, of course, moving in still with more trebuchets, taking out the castles very slowly, and Viper now pretty much outnumbered, out-teched, and outplayed. And there we go, he's given up and said good game. And as you can see, I was right about the base over here. He's got a hell of a lot of villagers over this section, doing what they can. Of course, it looks quite messy towards the end game. He ran out of gold by the looks of it. He's got very few gold piles left. And Daut, of course, with a nice amount of gold still, and gathering from gathering from Viper's gold piles as well. So very well played there from Daut. I hope you enjoyed this style of commentary, or style of spectating rather, with the fog of war on for the whole game, and really just looking closely at how these players play. As you can tell, Daut is an extremely strong and extremely skilled player with a lot of forward thinking involved to what he does. So anyway, yes, that has been today's video. I have been Zach, aka ZeroEmpires, and I will see you next time.